All right, everybody, welcome back. We are ready to deep dive today, and I'm so excited about this one
Yeah, this should be interesting.
because we're talking about something that I think a lot of folks are very, very interested in, and that is how to generate income in retirement.
Of course. Yep. Very important topic.
We've got some material here that we're going to look at from Diversified Insurance Brokers,
Okay.
and it's all about this thing called the Allianz Core Income 7 annuity.
All right.
Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen some of the marketing materials myself.
Okay, so you have some familiarity.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get into it today, and see if this thing kind of lives up to the hype.
Sounds good.
So let's start with, I think, one of the biggest concerns for people in retirement, which is, are they living their savings?
Right. Yeah, nobody wants to think about that, but it is a real risk.
Yeah, for sure.
You're 80 years old or more.
Yeah.
You're still going strong. You're active.
You're enjoying life.
You're enjoying life. Exactly. And then suddenly you're worried about money.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that can really put a damper on your golden years.
That could be a real bummer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this Allianz Core Income 7 annuity,
Mm-hmm.
it talks about this idea of guaranteed lifetime income.
Exactly. One of the big appeals of this annuity is that it promises to pay you an income for as long as you live,
Oh, wow.
regardless of how long that is. So it's like having your own personal pension.
That sounds pretty good.
It does, yeah. It really takes that fear of outliving your savings off the table.
Off the table, right?
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
But, I mean, of course, there's got to be some catches, right?
Well, every financial product has its pros and cons,
Sure.
but yeah, we should definitely look at those.
Okay, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting because they also talk about, participating in market gains with like a 0% floor.
Right.
So they call this like indexed interest potential.
Yeah, that's a key feature they highlight.
But how does that even work?
Well, it's not like you're directly investing in a specific index like the S&P 500. It's more like they use sophisticated strategies to try and capture some of the market's growth.
Interesting.
Think of it like this. You know how sometimes you see those roller coasters
Oh, yeah.
that go up and down really fast?
Yeah.
This annuity is kind of like that, but with a safety net.
Oh, okay.
You might not experience the full thrill of the highest peaks, but you also won't plummet to the depths.
I see. So there's like a buffer built in there.
Exactly. You're protected from losses, but you still have the potential to earn some interest based on how the market performs.
Gotcha. So it's not like investing directly in the market.
No, it's not. It's more nuanced than that.
Okay, well, this is helpful because this was confusing me a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely something you want to understand clearly before making any decisions.
Absolutely. Okay, so then we get into this core income benefit rider.
Ah, yes. This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, and I was really fascinated by this because it seems like the longer you wait to start taking income,
Mm-hmm.
the higher the percentage you can withdraw each year.
That's right. It's all about delayed gratification.
So is it really that simple, though?
Well, the basic concept is simple, yes.
Okay.
The longer you defer taking income, the more that income can potentially grow.
Okay.
But there are always trade-offs, you know?
Sure.
So, for example, let's say you delay taking income for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Your monthly check could be significantly larger when you do start taking it,
Wow.
compared to if you started right away, but of course you've also missed out on 5 years of income.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's a balancing act, really.
It's a tough decision.
It is. You have to weigh the benefits of waiting against the opportunity cost of not receiving income sooner.
Okay. And then on top of that, you have to choose between like level income and increasing income.
Right. Two different options with the different implications.
And so level income is basically, I mean, as it sounds right, you just get like a predictable amount every month.
Exactly. You know exactly what to expect.
Okay.
Which can be very helpful for budgeting. But the downside is what happens if inflation spikes?
Right.
Your purchasing power could erode over time because that fixed income won't buy as much.
I see, yeah.
And then there's the increasing income option, which, as you said, starts lower but has the potential to grow over time,
Yeah.
which could help you keep pace with inflation.
Okay, so that's kind of designed to hedge against that risk of inflation.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so how do you even begin to make that decision?
Well, that's where your individual needs and risk tolerance come into play.
Okay.
With level income, you have that stability and predictability.
Sure.
You know exactly how much you'll be getting each month, so you can budget accordingly.
Makes sense.
But with increasing income, you're betting on the long term.
Okay.
Let's say inflation averages 3% over the next 20 years.
Right.
How would that increasing income option play out compared to the level income option?
Yeah.
You know, crunching those numbers and running some projections can really help you visualize the potential impact of each choice.
Okay, that's helpful, but I mean, this is getting complicated.
It can be. Yeah, these are complex decisions with long-term consequences.
Yeah, and this is why they say you gotta talk to a financial advisor, right?
Absolutely. A qualified advisor can help you navigate these complexities and develop a plan that aligns with your specific goals.
Okay, so that's good advice for anybody listening out there. Talk to a financial advisor.
Definitely.
Don't just try to figure this out on your own.
No, you want to make sure you're making informed decisions.
All right, so I have one more question.
Okay.
What if something unexpected happens? You know,
Like what?
life throws you a curveball.
Right.
You need access to your money before retirement.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Can you get to this money?
Well, the good news is that the Allianz Core Income 7 does offer some flexibility.
Okay, good.
After the first year, you can actually withdraw up to 10% annually without any penalties.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so your money isn't completely locked away. But keep in mind that any withdrawals you make will reduce your future income potential.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a trade-off again.
But it's all a balancing act.
Exactly, finding that sweet spot between guaranteed income potential growth and access to your funds.
Yeah.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
So it's really about understanding these different features.
Exactly. You need to know what you're getting into.
So for folks listening out there, what does all this mean?
Well, I think the key takeaway here is that the Allianz Core Income 7 is a tool.
Okay.
It's designed to provide a sense of security in retirement with that guaranteed lifetime income.
Right.
But it also comes with choices and potential trade-offs.
Yeah, we've seen that.
So have we given you enough to consider?
I think so, but ultimately, we're not financial advisors.
Right. We're just exploring the information here.
We're just diving deep into this material.
Exactly.
So the big question is, what's the right balance for you?
Yeah, between the certainty of guaranteed income and the potential for higher returns.
Through other investments, potentially?
Right, because remember, this annuity is just one piece of the retirement puzzle.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it's important to consider all your options.
Definitely.
And, talk to a financial advisor to get personalized advice.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I think we did it. I think we covered it.
I think we did a pretty thorough deep dive.
I think this was really helpful. And, as always, this is just the beginning, right?
Absolutely.
We try to get the conversation started here.
Give you some things to think about.
It's your retirement, so you got to take the time to do your own research, talk to the right people, ask the tough questions, and then, make informed choices.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Awesome. Well, until next time, happy planning, everybody.
Happy plan.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.